and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel, guys. What a game that was. What have we just witnessed out there? 8 goals in total. A Copa del Rey quarter-final match. It went 120 minutes in the end. But of course, there could only be one winner. And I think that's the thing right now. There are so many emotions amongst us Barça fans. We're excited. We're absolutely enthralled by what we've just seen. It's a very, very big high that we're feeling right now. But I think the one word that I'd use to describe that performance, that resilience from this team, it would be proud. We are proud as fans to see those players there keep on fighting. Up until the very last whistle. Didn't matter how much bad luck they had. Didn't matter that we did concede some poor goals. We kept on pushing, and in the end, we made it through to the Final Four, and we deserved it. Because this was the lineup here that Ronald Koeman chose to take on Granada, and it's safe to say that Koeman, he'd gone for it. He really did go big in the Copa del Rey. Clearly a strong team there. Didn't even play Neto in goal. Ter Stegen started. Titty there alongside Araujo in the back four. Sergio Roberto came in at right back, although he did go off injured there in that second half. But I want to talk in particular about the way that we did concede those 2 goals. Of course, it was poor play in the first instance. We had a chance to clear the ball. It was far, far too casual there, playing it around the back, and eventually there, it's Kennedy who gets in front of Sergio Roberto and puts Granada into the lead. And of course, the second goal, it's far, far too easy there. The way that Granada get in behind us, it's one simple ball. Again, it's Soldado in behind, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and suddenly, out of nowhere, Granada are 2-0 up. Now, I don't think we played all that well up until that point. I think we had our chances. We dominated the game. Granada very rarely went forward. I think they scored their 2 goals very much against the run of play, but it was difficult because we were having chances in front of goal, and there was so much bad luck out there tonight. Messi in the first half, he had a free kick there which was denied, a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. I look at Francisco Trincao. That guy, he must have done something because he had so much bad luck. He had a brilliant shot there. The final touch before he came off, he cannons one against the crossbar. You had Antoine Griezmann, bicycle kick inside the penalty area. Again, another great save, and Messi again hitting the woodwork. He actually hit the inside of the post. It basically rolled along the goal line and somehow didn't go in. But again, this is the point that I'm trying to make. And what we spoke about really in the last video on the channel, we spoke there about the spirit of the team. The fact this team are united. We saw that again today, and that's what makes me really, really proud. Not only in this game, not only the fact here that we got through this game, but looking to the future. Because when the chips there are stacked against us, it would have been easy for the players to say, you know what, we conceded 2 goals, and then it just wouldn't go in. You know, we tried everything, we hit the post, we hit the bar, and in the end, it wasn't to be. They could have walked off the pitch, and that would have been it. But no, didn't matter. There was only 2 minutes to go, 1 minute to go, into injury time. We kept on pushing. They never stopped believing. And I have to highlight 2 men in particular, Messi and Griezmann there. At the end of the game, it was absolutely brilliant from those 2 players. Messi there, almost playing that quarterback role, just putting the ball in a brilliant position in behind the Granada defence, and he's got a really good understanding now with Griezmann, because Griezmann gets into that area, and the first goal, it's brilliant. How he gets on the end of that pass there, he's stretching, a full-on stretch there, just about to get to the ball, he just about gets it on target, it cannons off the post, then onto the keeper, and then it goes in, and with a few minutes to go, Barça had life. But again, it looked too little, too late. We still didn't expect to get back in it, but no, we kept on believing. These players, they knew they could make it possible, and again, it's that ball from Messi, the same ball. Again, Griezmann's making that run, and again, he does brilliantly, because this time he gets to the byline, he cushions the header, he does it absolutely perfectly there for Jordi Alba, who's steaming in, and he heads it home. Barça there, 2-2 Granada, and we moved on to extra time. But I think then, even as we go into extra time, that mentality, that never say die attitude, it was still tested, because as we ended extra time there, we thought we'd won it pretty much straight away, because the ball comes in from the left-hand side. This time, it's a role reversal. Alba crosses it to Antoine Griezmann. It's a brilliant ball in, whipped in there, and I love the header. That really reminded me there of the Griezmann from Atletico Madrid. He rises highest above everybody else. He wants to get there. He wants to score that winning goal. goal. It's a brilliant header past the goalkeeper. Griezmann right now, he is on fire. There is no mistake about that. And he thinks he's won it. 3-2 there. We're all celebrating. We're all going mad, thinking we've won it in extra time. And then we go on the other end, we can see the penalty. And suddenly, we're back down to earth. It's like a game here that was just toing and froing. It was so many emotions throughout the match. Des there, the penalty given against him. I thought it was a bit harsh, that there was a bit of a coming together, but it was a very, very soft penalty. You were hoping that Ter Stegen might be able to save it, but no. Granada back in the game again, and they came back into it. 3-3 there, and anything could have happened. And then from there, it was again just mental. It was absolute chaos because Messi has a shot on goal. He's twisting, he's turning. He was at the heart of everything tonight. Again, he may not have scored, he may not have actually got on the score sheet, but he was so instrumental in what he did in the goals. He shoots on target. The rebound falls there to Frenkie de Jong, who's following in, again finding himself in a really good position in front of goal. And it was a really calm finish too, because he didn't panic there. Another big moment, but he just slots it home. Barça 4, Granada 3. And again, this is what I really, really like, because we didn't just park the bus. We didn't think, okay, 4-3, we've conceded 3 tonight. Let's just park the bus. Let's just see this one out and hope that we get over the line. Barça knew that Granada were there for the taking. They know they can score goals against this team. And what a goal. I cannot express how good this final goal was. The way here, in the build-up, we were just passing it there, really crisp, really liquid football. It goes into Griezmann. He then hits it, and this is where his confidence is at right now. He hits a pass to Jordi Alba with the outside of his foot. So audacious, so brilliant there, outside of the foot. And then to Alba, who, remember here, the left back steaming in. He hits it on the volley. First time, no chance. There is no chance for the goalkeeper there. Jordi Alba with a bullet strike. Volley, top corner, game over. Barça going through 5-3 against Granada. What a mental game. I loved it. And honestly, guys, this here was one of those performances that, again, it may not have been the best performance. You watch and analyse that back and you'll probably say, we made defensive mistakes. We didn't really function going forward at times. But then you look at the flip side of that and you look at the mental aspect of that, particularly there when we were losing, when we got that 1 goal back. You look at the reaction of Lionel Messi, focusing those players again, leading by example, telling them there, let's focus on the game. Let's do this. We can do this. And quite clearly, the belief is there for everybody to see. Griezmann, like I say, again stepped up in a really, really big way, and he's been doing that recently. He has not only been scoring, assisting, but he's been doing it in the big moments. That's the really key part here, that not only is good for Barça, but it's good for his confidence. He knows right now that he's becoming an important player. He wants to feel that way. He needs to feel that way. And tonight, a big step forward for Barça, and of course, a big step forward as well for Ronald Koeman. Let's not forget that either. He stayed calm on the bench tonight. He certainly went there with a team that he felt could get the game won. He didn't panic too much, I felt, tonight in his subs. He brought Ricky Puig on, who had a good impact in the game. And I think right now, this is a really, really important trophy and competition here for Ronald Koeman. Tonight, it's a big win for the team, for the coach, for all of us fans to just see here. This is a team that, yes, they'll make mistakes. They're a young team. They're a learning team. But we got the job done. And in a game like that, you've got to celebrate it. So please do leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. And I have absolutely no doubt in my mind at all there are going to be some brilliant comments here about how you enjoyed this game unfold. So please do let me know those thoughts down below. What word would you use to describe that performance, that game that you saw right there? How would you describe it? Using one word, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, plenty more action to come. We'll be finding out very soon who we're going to be facing in the Final Four. And I do have a suspicion that if Athletic Club get through, it might just be them. Let's wait and see. But until next time, we have done it. Visca El Barça.